All right, today we're going to talk about something that touches almost every one of us, debt. But we're not just going to look at it as a bunch of numbers on a page. No, we're going to look at it for what it really is, a chain. A chain on our freedom, on our peace of mind, and on our dreams for the future. So let's get ready to break those chains together.
I want you to really let that sink in for a moment. Debt is a claim on your future freedom. Think about it. Every city you borrow today is a promise. It's a promise that the future version of you will have to show up to work to earn the money to pay for something you wanted in the past. You are literally trading tomorrow's time and energy for today's desire. And understanding that, that's the first real step to taking your life back.
So if debt is a claim on our future, the big question is, how do we get it back? What's the plan? Well, that's exactly what this is all about. We're going to lay out a clear, practical path to go from feeling trapped and overwhelmed to feeling empowered with a real strategy for freedom.
Okay, first things first. Let's understand the enemy. You see, to get out of a trap, you've got to understand how it works in the first place. So in this first part, we're going to break down how the debt trap is built. And we're not just talking about the numbers, but the mindset that keeps so many of us stuck.
And this is usually where it all begins. We see something we want, and we want it now. The pressure's real, isn't it? To have the latest phone, to throw a lavish wedding or funeral that meets everyone's expectations. We feel like we have to keep up with the Joneses, or here in Ghana, maybe the Anansis. That desire is the bait, and debt becomes the hook. It's a behavior problem long before it ever becomes a math problem.
And look, the real price you pay, it's not just the interest charges. It's the weight of it. It's that constant worry buzzing in the back of your mind. It's the stress it puts on your relationships with your family, your partner. It's all those nights spent staring at the ceiling, just crunching numbers in your head. That emotional burden is heavy, and it's a huge part of why getting free feels so good.
All right, so we get the trap. Now it's time to arm ourselves. It's time to get smart, because to win this fight, you absolutely have to know what you're up against. So let's get really clear on the different kinds of debt we're dealing with. Now this is so important. Not all debt is created equal. There's good debt and bad debt. Good debt is an investment. It's money you borrow to build something of lasting value, like a mortgage to buy a family home or a loan to start a business that will grow. But bad debt, well, that's the stuff that just drains your wealth. Think of high-interest credit cards, those quick, mobile money loans with killer fees, or a loan for a flashy car that starts losing value the second you drive it. One builds your future, the other steals from it. Okay, let's talk about your credit score. This is one of the most important numbers in your entire financial life. The easiest way to think about it is like a financial report card. It's your reputation with banks and lenders. A good score tells them you're reliable, and as a reward, they give you better interest rates. And better rates mean you save a ton of money over time. We're talking thousands and thousands of cedis.
So what's the secret sauce here? Well, it's not really a secret. Look at this. The two biggest pieces of the pie are your payment history, just paying your bills on time, and the amounts owed, how much debt you're carrying. Together, that's 65% of your score. So if you just focus on paying every single bill on time and keeping your balances as low as possible, you're already most of the way to winning the game.
Here's another key number you really need to know, your debt-to-income ratio, or DTI. It sounds technical, but it's super simple. It's just a percentage that shows how much of your monthly income is already spoken for by debt payments. It gives lenders a quick snapshot of how much financial breathing room you have, or don't have.
And this chart shows you exactly where you stand. If your DTI is below 30%, you're in the healthy zone. Lenders love you, you're low risk. In that 30 to 43% range, you're in the warning zone. But once you go past 43%, you're in the danger zone. Think about it. That means nearly half of your income is gone before you even buy food or pay for transport. And at that level, getting a big important loan like a mortgage becomes almost impossible.
Okay, we've done our homework, we understand the trap, we know the enemy inside and out. Now it's time to fight back. In this section, we are getting into the practical, step-by-step strategies you can start using today to attack your debt and to win.
First up, we have the debt snowball. Now, this strategy is all about psychology and building momentum. Here's how it works. You list all your debts from the smallest balance to the largest. You ignore the interest rates for a minute. Then, you throw every extra CD you can find at that smallest debt until it's gone. That first quick win, it feels amazing. It's a huge confidence boost. Then, you take all the money you were paying on that debt and roll it over to the next smallest one. Your payment snowballs, getting bigger and faster as you knock out each debt.
Our second strategy is the debt avalanche. This one is pure math. You list your debts again, but this time from the highest interest rate down to the lowest. You attack the most expensive debt first, that credit card or loan that's just eating you alive with interest. By getting rid of it first, you will save the most money possible in the long run. It might take a bit longer to get that first victory, but financially, it's the most efficient way to do it.
So, which one is for you? The psychological power of the snowball or the mathematical efficiency of the avalanche? Honestly, the best plan is the one you'll actually do. It doesn't matter which one is technically better if you quit after a month. So pick the one that gets you excited to start. Consistency is way more important than perfection here.
We're in the final stretch now. Getting out of debt is the battle. But what's the prize? What are we fighting for? In this last part, we're going to look at what life is like on the other side and how to build a future where you are the one holding the steering wheel.
Let's talk about credit cards. They can be a dangerous trap or they can be a useful tool. The amateur way is to buy things you can't really afford and then carry a balance, paying ridiculous amounts of interest. But the pro way, you only use it for planned expenses you were going to buy anyway, you pay the balance in full every single month, no exceptions. That way you pay zero interest and you can even earn rewards. You're basically using the bank's money for free for a month.
And let's get real for a second. This is so much bigger than just your bank account. For so many of us, debt isn't just a personal problem. It's a family pattern, passed down from one generation to the next. By deciding to get out of debt and stay out, you become a chain breaker. You're not just changing your own life, you are rewriting your family's future.
And this is the real prize. This is the goal. Imagine giving your children a financial starting line that's at zero. Not negative 50,000, not negative 10,000, just zero. No family debts to worry about, no hole they have to dig out of before they can even start building their own lives. That is one of the most powerful legacies you can ever leave. So let's boil this all down. If you remember nothing else, remember these 3 keys to victory. Number 1, awareness. You have to know exactly what you owe, down to the last CD. Number 2, strategy. Pick your battle plan, the snowball for motivation or the avalanche for math. And number 3, discipline. You have to stick to the plan, especially when it's hard. That's it. That's the formula.
We've covered a lot, but here's the truth. Knowledge without action changes nothing. So the question isn't what you've learned. The question is, what are you going to do? Don't wait for tomorrow or for next month. What is the one single small step you will take today to start reclaiming your future? Your journey to freedom starts right now.